everyone and welcome to KYE Talks. My name is Sonal Ambekar. I'm your host for this interview. Know Your Entrepreneur is a digital platform where we talk to several entrepreneurs who tell us why they chose not to be stuck to the regular 9 to 5. But they went ahead and did something different. They went ahead and chased their passion. Our guest today is Ms. Divya Mehrotra. She has donned various professional hats from IT engineer to trainer to technical recruitment to sales. Yes, hardcore sale, education counselor, and finally landed into the strategy and a business leadership role. She did take a few short career breaks, but no break could stop her from chasing her passion and dream. Last year was one of the toughest years for her, like it has been for so many of us. She's lost her father and was emotionally exhausted, but this art form that she started a venture about, that has helped her emotionally become strong and gave her a clarity of what she wants to do in life. And that's the point she decided to quit her 9 to 5 job life after working for close to 2 decades in the corporate world, and she followed her passion. And she likes to amplify people's life with colors, and mandala art which is known to have healing and meditative effects. She started an initiative under the name of Chakra, which offers mindful art sessions and helps underprivileged women by teaching them nuances of the various Indian art forms and promote their products and various e-commerce platforms to make them economically independent. Let's get to know more from this. Hi Divya, welcome to KYE Talks.
Thank you so much, Sonal, for such a lovely introduction, and it's an honor to be here on this platform today, and I'm totally delighted.
Divya, so we got to know a little bit about you, that what got you to start Chakra, but would you say that there was a motivation that you felt in becoming an entrepreneur, or having something of your own, a venture of your own?
So, to be very frank, I never thought of having something on my own. It was never part of my cup of tea or kitchen. I never thought of. But yes, creativity is always inside me. I'll give you a small example of my childhood. I was in the grade 3rd, and in grade 3, the class, there were around 40-45 people around are there, and I was the one who was on the highest mark, and wow. The rest of the class flunked.
Wow. So you were a scholar.
In creativity and academics wise also, I was always very focused in terms of academics. So creativity was always there, but as you said, my life took me to a different path of engineering, black and white, where the black screens were in front of me. I was typing in the white font and all this thing. But the life goes on. But how I started this creative thing is I will say the creative bug bit me when my daughter started doing various form of art. My daughter is a 10x more than creative than me, I would say that.
Wow.
Yeah. So she introduced this mandala art as a part of hobby. When she wanted to learn, she learned, and she brought her art piece in the home, and I was so fascinated by seeing that small dots and the orientation of the colors, how we are playing with them.
Right.
And then I started learning. I'm a self-taught artist, so I learned all this thing, and then gradually, slowly, I started as a hobby. But as you said, 2 years back, it was a very, very emotional turmoil for me, and I think this art gave me a lot of courage, a lot of clarity in the thought, and helped me to emotionally balance myself. So at one point of time, see, everyone in our age, when you are there, everyone feels a midlife crisis kind of thing. Because in our time, they were just two, either you become an engineer or you become a doctor, right?
Right.
There was no options, and people were not aware of that.
It was a very black and white era. Yeah.
Just doing the rat race karte hain. Let's go and do that way.
Right.
So there is no option of following your passion. Even what is your passion, you do not know.
Yes.
Everyone thinks it's a hobby. So when that for doing mandala for so many months and all, I saw so many benefits in me. I said, this is the kick. Let's say Salman Khan movie comes now, what gives you the kick?
Yes.
That's art form gave me the kick. No, this is a thing which I was looking for years and years. And if I can get that much of benefit, why not give back to society through spreading a word of this meditative art form?
Right.
Then I put down my papers and I started the journey as a newborn without any knowledge of entrepreneurship.
Wow. Wow, that's so inspiring. Like you stepped into it without knowing what you're stepping into, but you were very confident of what you wanted to do.
Yes.
And I'd
Yes.
like to tell I'd like to tell my viewers that Divya believes that success is not about how much money you earn, but it's more about how many lives you change. And it's such a beautiful thought that she's shared with us. Divya, like you said, that there's something that gives you a kick, mandala art.
Yeah.
Art of any form is very therapeutic if people give it the chance. People feel that art is such a waste of time, which is a perception that needs to change with time, but hoping for the best. So what would you say that the art gives you a kick in your life, but what would you say about entrepreneurship that gives you a kick, like gets you going every morning?
Yeah. So as I said, we should follow our passion. So what I did, I converted my passion into a profession.
Right.
So each and every piece which I am making for any of the client, whether it's any kind of wall hanging through my home decor products, or I'm upcycling their old furniture, it's a kind of sustainability.
Right.
So the people should be mindful in doing their shopping.
Right.
So my artwork is helping them. If you have a old furniture in your house which you have a memories attached to that, I'm here to upcycle it to a contemporary look as per your aesthetic. So when you see that smile on the face of a client, that's what your passion is there, and you convert it into profession.
Right. That's so
So
nice.
yeah. So my entrepreneur journey is totally based on passion, because when you are passionate, your 100% becomes 1000%. And you try to find out the solutions innovatively. That's the entrepreneurship is all about.
How nicely you put it in words that when you use innovative ideas to find solutions to existing problems, that is entrepreneurship.
Right.
How nicely
Yeah.
said, Divya. So when you started, you shifted from a 9 to 5 job, like from a corporate life to an entrepreneurial life. So it was such a big shift. It must have been such a big shift. There must have been certain difficulties or obstacles that you may have, faced. So would you like to share some such incidents that you may have faced, and how did you get over it?
So I would say, Sonal, when I started, as I said, I was just born. So it was a new life for me. I did not know how to crawl, how to talk, and this was totally a new journey for me altogether. The biggest challenge in the beginning was to generate the awareness about this niche offering, because it was very difficult to unblock the fear and apprehension in the people's mind. Oh, I'm not an artist, I cannot draw a single line, how can I do a mandala art?
Right.
It is not just a piece of art, it is a journey which the people travel with me.
Right.
It's an experiential learning thing which we do together. Right? When a child starts walking, the mother holds a hand. Similarly, when you start a journey of your meditation, I am there to hold you, to give you the path and direction how you can change or transform your life. So in the beginning, when I started, I was very apprehensive. The challenge was how I can make the awareness, what are the right kind of people I need to approach to them. And then, as I said, I started in Jan 2020. It was just 2 months and the pandemic hit us.
Right.
And earlier I was giving an offline workshops to the people, but the pandemic stopped us in going out of the home. But I have a line to say over here: every adversity has an opportunity.
Wow.
I changed my offerings from offline to online. My entire modus operandi changed, and that was the moment I never looked back. My workshops, my clients in terms of my home decor, everybody was ready to do a virtual consultation. My geographical boundaries just vanished.
Right.
Everyone, I had a client who are from Australia. I had clients who are from Austria, Dubai, Singapore, where I taught them this beautiful art also, and I shipped my home decor products to them who are as per their aesthetic look.
Right.
So that's what. So another challenge, that is number one challenge. Number two challenge which I found is creating the right kind of audience. Like, I'm not a marketing person.
Yeah.
And now everywhere it is like a digital marketing.
Yes.
So So
You have to do
I
your
have to-
branding on digital platform. Right.
being a solopreneur, being a passionpreneur, I would say that
Right.
I had to learn everything, whether it's finances, whether it's the challenge was of the managing the time, because for an artist, your mind should be peace when you create an idea.
Right.
But when you are having so many things under your cap, it is very, very difficult to find that. So again, my mandala helped me. So challenges were like digital marketing, finances, obviously the acceptability of my offerings in the niche market. These were the very, very fair. Still, I'm facing them. Few of them overcome because I'm learning still. So that
Wow.
is there.
That's wonderful. And like you said that you entered this as a newborn, and then you said that you kind of derived inspiration from your daughter. So there are so many times that we feel like, oh, अपने parents से लिया है, इस बच्चे ने अपने parents से लिया है. This child has got it from its parents. But here it's the other way around.
Yes.
You've got it from your
Yes.
child, and that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful that we are, developing with time. That we are also acceptive of what our kids have to teach.
Reason being, what happens, Sonal, I believe each and every person is full of potential,
Right.
but we do not tap that untapped potential.
Right.
My daughter's creativity helped me to unearth my hidden potential,
Yes.
which was lying somewhere in the hibernation zone and all this, and whatever you can call it. But her creativity has brought that instinct in me. Yes, that was with me. I can do wonders with that.
Wow.
So that's why this mandala art, even looking, suppose if I say if you can look this simple page like this, it will, even looking at this page, you will get, if you keep looking for 1 minute, I would say that, Sonal, you will feel a different feeling altogether. You will,
I
your
could just
mind,
see it, and I was so, like, my eyes, like, they brightened up. That it's so beautiful. There's so
Yeah.
much detailing.
The
in it.
reason being, again, the interpretation could be different. For you, it could be a staircase. For me, it could be a well, right? It could be a well with the water inside, or it could be a dry well. So creativity has unlimited wings. So you need to fly. And with that, I give wings to the stress so that it can fly away from people's life.
And is the art piece that's there behind you on that wall, is that also one of your creations?
Yes.
It's so beautiful. I couldn't take my eyes off it ever since this interview started, and I was really keen on knowing the beautiful combination of colors. It's
Yeah.
so
So
nice.
there is a theme behind it, Sonal. If you see, it is a mix of blue and orange,
Fun and beautiful.
right? Yeah. If you say it's a mix of blue and orange, so blue symbolizes the calmness, orange symbolizes the fire in you, the action in you. How you will make a balance, action and the calmness, because when you do action, you get hyperactive, but your mind also needs that calmness and the peace. That is number one. Number two, it's again sun and moon.
Yeah.
Sun is full of fire, moon is again full of peace.
Right.
So again, an amalgamation of two balances or two power.
That's beautiful, Divya. That's so nice. I mean, there can be so many ways of looking at a particular art. Like when you showed me a picture of that other, artwork that you did. Like it can be a well, it can be a staircase, spiral staircase. It's so beautiful.
Simply you see this. Again, a balance of different art piece, a different, you can say the spiral. There are two spirals inside it. So you can see our life is made up of always balance in between, sad and happy, day and night. Again, how we are maintaining that balance it talks about. That's why even my logo talks about the same thing. I
Right.
made my logo on my own.
Oh,
It is
you
not,
designed your own logo. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so I did designing of my own logo. If you see this is Chakra logo, again there is story behind it. Chakra is a Sanskrit name
Right.
of circle. So I want to be attached to my roots. Chakra are Sanskrit word, and if you see, circle is the only thing which has no edges and vertices as per the mathematics.
Right.
It is a continuous movement.
Right.
I want my logo should communicate to the people in terms of a continuity. It's a continuous, uninterrupted movement
Right.
of your hidden potential. And then I gave a dream catcher again in my picture
your
and
logo,
in my
yes.
logo.
Yeah.
Also. That's been a wings given to the people to fly away with their stress, to just fly away with their thoughts, fly away with their innovativity. Again, endless option.
Wow. I mean, there's so much thought put behind even your, even your logo and every artwork that you've shown. I mean, this is the kind of creativity that was hidden inside you, Divya, for like so long. I want to say thank you to your daughter because we all need to, get to see such therapeutic art. Even looking at it is so, it makes you feel so good because I could feel the goodness. So, Divya, what would you say? Where do you, aim to see yourself in 5 years? Say, like, what are your business aspirations?
So, two things. What my vision and mission of my Chakra venture is: number one, to impact or touch as many as life I can do through my workshops of mindfulness. Number one. Number two, as I said, the home decor offering which I started with a very one clear vision is I want to help underprivileged women,
Right.
so that they can have a sustainable economic lifestyle.
Right.
We have so much in our life. I want to have some kind of lifestyle to give to these women also. I am very pro women. It does not mean I'm anti-men. I am not at all anti-men. I'm pro women.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a very, thin line between it, and people these days are kind of not seeing the line between being pro-woman and being anti-men.
Yeah. So through home decor offering of Chakra, due to pandemic, I'm not able to do it because this is the biggest challenge I'm facing right now in terms of hiring the women who can be, where I can help them to have a sustainable lifestyle. So that's the vision. After 5 years, I want to see myself as a person who has touched life in both the ways, both as a mindful coach or a color coach, or second is as a woman who is helping another woman. So that's what my vision is.
So thoughtful.
So like for example, So for example, as I said, I play in doing the artwork with mandala. I do a lot of color therapy also because color plays a very important role in our life. For example, Sonal, someday you feel like wearing peach. Let me wear a peach top, or let me wear a red dress, right? And the moment you wear that dress, your mood gets pumped up, right?
Yes.
Because subconsciously, unconsciously, your brain is getting that positive energy from that color. And each and every child is born with some, like our astrologer says ना, आज आप रेड पहन लेना, आप एमरल्ड पहनो आपको सूट करेगा, आप सफायर पहनो आपको सूट करेगा, because the planetary positions of your birth reflects which color suits you, because color has a very deep impact on our thought process and thought. So through my color therapy, so my mandala objects, even here as I said, here the colors are playing very important role. So the product which I make, it is not just a plain products which I give to my clients. I sit down, give a thought to the color combinations, the kind of positive energy my products can go and give it to my clients. That's a differentiation and USP of my products. It is having the positive energy of mandala and the color therapy when I am giving those products to my clients.
So much thought goes behind, every piece that you create, right? It's not just the...
That's why they're literally, I would say that's why they're in a premium price, because it is not just a plain product. Number one, handmade home decor products are there. Handmade itself is a very time consuming and very effort intensive.
It takes a lot
Plus
of...
when you have then you have to ideate what kind of color combination, what kind of color energy you want to give to your client, how it kind of, that takes further efforts.
Right. And if the result is so good and if it's therapeutic even to the viewer, to the maker it is therapeutic, but even to the viewer, if looking at it once is giving you some kind of calmness in your mind, then it's worth it.
I'll show you one of my product. If you see the combination of this,
wow,
this is your which you can see. This is again, it shows the variation of colors.
Colors.
White absorbs all the energy then how the yellow, orange, and red will radiate from white.
Right.
So
Nice.
that
It's so
way,
thoughtful. I don't think like if you don't tell people, then they can think about it themselves. I mean, the idea that you put behind it is so thought in a detailed manner. I think when you explain it to someone, that person is like, wow, there's so much
yeah,
thought
yeah.
in it.
Yeah, it is because it is not just a plain simple art piece which I am giving to someone, because for me the another person is also very very important. How I can, again, always the positive energy has to exchange hands.
Right, right. So Divya,
Yeah.
what would you say are the changes that you've seen in yourself ever since you've started, this venture? So, or your journey with art. See, because every journey teaches us a lot. It changes us a lot. And entrepreneurship, or say having your own venture related to art, is also a journey in itself. So, how would you say, or what would you say are the changes that you've seen in yourself?
So after starting my entrepreneur journey, I would say I've learned a lot. I have also grown up from a new baby to a 1 year or 2 year old baby now. So I've learned crawling, I've learned walking. So I've learned, so now I learned digital marketing. So I would say that.
Wow.
Because to being a solopreneur, you have to. So for all the people who have started their journey and who are solopreneur, especially the women who are sitting at home and they want to do something,
Right.
I always be, so my learning would always be, I learned finances, I learned digital marketing.
Right.
I learned from a very nascent artist to a now an experienced artist. When I
Right.
can, learning is no constant curve. It is a up and down circle. It's a sine curve which is always there. So it's not today I have learned mandala, my journey stops here. I have to keep learning, keep growing.
Yeah.
If I will not be innovative in my offering, be it my workshops or be it my home decor products, I will be stagnant.
Right.
I have to keep giving that ripple effect into my learning continuously. So I still call myself as a learner. I will not call myself an expert. I'm still learning and giving back to the society.
I really I would like to say this to my viewers, that every time I've spoken to an entrepreneur, a newbie, or even someone who's been in that journey, the one thing that they've always told me, and it's always found me very humbling about them, is that they don't feel that they are experts about something. They feel that they are just learning. They're going through life, they're going through this journey, and they are always constantly learning the new things that are coming their way. And it's so inspiring, Divya. It's so inspiring that no matter how well you've done with your venture or with your own life, with respect to profession or career, thing that keeps you grounded is that you don't feel that you've reached the highest bar. You feel that there's more to achieve, there's more to achieve, there's more to achieve, and then you keep working hard to achieve that. And it's so wonderful to hear about all you entrepreneurs being like, no, we're never going to give up, we're never going to stop learning, we're just going to continue learning. It's wonderful. So Divya, what would be your message to our audience, or say like budding entrepreneurs who have some idea but they're too scared or hesitant to take that step ahead, to jump into the pool and learn swim?
I would say that do not linger the process. Just jump. If you are passionate, follow your passion, and you are the creator of your own story, and that is going to stay with you always throughout the life. If we do a mistake, that's not a mistake, it's a learning for us.
Right.
So if we keep on lingering the process, oh, I do not know A, I do not know B, I do not know C, then the best time, a perfect time will never come.
Never.
Just jump as I jump into the pool, and if you are passionate about what you are doing it, things will follow you. The path will open for you. But I work on 5 C's, Sonal.
Yes.
Commitment. I work on 5. You have to be committed to what you are sticking to. You have to be courageous to take the risk. As we are leaving our job from 9 to 5, we are courageous to take that decision and to start a new journey. We have to be very, very creative in our offerings.
Right.
We have to be very, very customer centric, what we are offering into that. And we have to be very, very communicative what we want to. Clear communication has to be there. in your any, even your talking, even your social media communication or virtual, you have to follow these 5 C's.
Wow.
If you follow this, you will believe, you will do wonders.
How wonderfully you've put it in, in this sentence, and you've given kind of a mantra to people that if you follow this 5 C's, then there's more for you to explore. If you just
Yes.
And it's so good that you've said that to our audience, and that this is your message to our audience. Thank you, Divya. Thank you so much for your beautiful, insightful story.
Thank you, Sonal. Thank you so much. Just in the end, I want to say, खुद को बुलंद कर इतना कि खुदा खुद आके तुझसे पूछे तेरी रजा क्या है.
That's so beautiful. That's such a beautiful message, Divya, to give to people. And like you said, that success is not about how much you earn. It's about how many lives you change, how many people you encourage or inspire.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Divya, for coming here on KYE Talks and having this conversation with us, telling us about your story of how you started and how you're thriving in this industry, how you've spread awareness about your, venture and your offerings, and how you've stuck to, what you started.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sonal, for a lovely interview. Really, it was all pleasure. It was my pleasure.